Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, the White March. It's been a few good days since the last episode, almost a week or so now. And that would be because I was away, and so I decided to take a little break from these Let's Play videos for a while. But hey, we are back now. Now let's see, what did we do in the last episode? Well, for starters, we found and entered this death trap known as Galvino's cabin, and there's the old man himself. We talked to him, and he told us how to get into Durgan's battery. And how did we get in there again? If I recall correctly, it was something about finding and reawakening some souls of dead Durgan battery's dwarves, and they kind of tell us sort of a password or something we need to know before we can enter there. But let's see, can we find a quest from here? What was this? Galvino lives in the shadow of Durgan's battery. He may know something of interest about the keep. Find a villager in Stalwart whose sole ancestor is a dwarf of Durgan's battery. Oh yeah, so it was something like that. According to Galvino, if I'm to enter Durgan's battery, I'll need its cantec, a poem that dwarves would have used back then, back when the keep was active. Unfortunately, anyone who would have known it is dead. However, Galvino suggested that Stalwart may contain sole descendants of those dwarves. Given my abilities, they won't be hard to find. I could learn the cantec by awakening one of those souls. That may also doom someone to a fate like mine, or Merwald's, and by that I assume we are referring to the referring to a soul's reawakening. Just like in Aloth's case, for example, because he basically has two souls in his body, his own and his Selmur's. So a fate like that can happen to one of these those villagers as well, if we go and reawaken the soul within them. So yeah, that's what I understood could happen. And what about here? Nothing too interesting. All right. And anything else? The Grey Sleeper. This is about this cursed S-Dog, the cursed sword we picked up. Was it not in the last episode, but the episode before that? The one that got away. I have met a strange new ally in the White March, a golem with the soul of a murderer. Oh yeah, this is about our the newest companion we recruited in the last episode. She asked to accompany me shortly after I met her and her master, which was Galvino. Keep an eye on the Devil of Caroc. The Devil of Caroc asked me to travel with me. After I mentioned that I'm a watcher and that I'm returning to the village where she was captured. I'm not sure what she's after, but I'll be sure to keep a close watch on her. So the Devil of Caroc is this thing here. I think it was Golem they were referring to. So yeah, this is our newest and the last companion we can recruit in this game, Devil of Caroc. Looks cool if you ask me, and believe it or not, she's a rogue too. So that's awesome. So that's why Winky is not in our party anymore, because she was now replaced by Devil of Caroc, at least for now. I hope that Devil of Caroc has very high mechanics skill, but I guess we'll find out soon. But strangely enough, she had a spear as her weapon when we first got her. And that was very unrogue-like weapon, if you ask me. And so I gave her these two swords, and well, this sword and this rapier, and also this pistol. But I think that if I want to make Devil of Caroc as much of a nuker who has very high attack speed and high damage as Winky, I think daggers would be a better option for her. But we don't have any right now. Winky has the daggers still, and she doesn't have anything else on her either. So I think we go back to Stalwart. Try to look for a blacksmith or something and try to find some good gear for her. But let's check out her stats real fast. So let's see. Stealth 7, yeah. Mechanics 11. Fuck yes. Alright, so and I think Winky had 8 mechanics, so yeah, this is very good. Very good. And stealth 7. I don't remember how much stealth points Winky had. Somewhere around maybe 8 as well. I don't know, but this should be good. She doesn't have much athletics or survival. Pretty much nothing else besides stealth and mechanics, and that's fine. Let's see, she has 14 might, 16 perception, and resolve 15. All right. I kind of wish that she had more might, because the more might she has, the more damage she deals. But we'll see how good she is in combat. Abilities: Blinding Strike, Coordinated Positioning, Finishing Blow, Living Machine. It's a passive. Immune to poison, disease effects, can't use food, drinks or drugs. Well, that's actually... I was actually about to say that that's actually quite good, so we don't need to give her any food or anything, because obviously she's a golem. But then again, that also means that we can't give her any bonuses with food or drinks or drugs. But I wonder, can we give her potions, or do they count as drugs as well? Immunity to sickened, unconscious, dominated, charmed, confused, +1 might, +1 constitution. Alright, nice. So at least she won't be dominated or charmed, which has been quite a bit of a problem for us in the last few episodes. The Devil of Caroc is an extraordinary being. Her artificial body is immune to the effects of poison and disease, but it is unable to process food, drink and drugs. According to Galvino, the magic of potions affects the devil despite her strange physiology. However, ordinary fuel triage is useless. Fuel of triage. I'm not sure what it means by that. So yeah, so we can use potions on her still. That's good. That's good. Reckless Assault, Second Wind, Sneak Attack, Withering Strike. This is a new one to me. Once per encounter. Weaken for 11 seconds. And for user, full attack. Plus 50% damage. The rogue aims for a vital area, inflicting extra damage and weakening the target. Now that sounds very good. Good. All right. Okie dokie. I think that's all. Oh yeah, but since she has very high mechanics, I think we should go and try to unlock those chests we were unable to unlock because Winky didn't have high enough mechanics. There was 2 chests. One of them was in that ogre matron's chamber in the cave. But where was the second one? I don't quite remember. Was it somewhere around here? Maybe it was here. Let's take a look at it very fast. Run faster, please. We have also killed all of the flesh constructs here, so that shouldn't be a problem. No, it wasn't here. Maybe it was here, although I don't see any chests here or anything. Maybe it was somewhere around here after all. Nope. And there's also this room as well, which I also want to check out. Watch out for that trap. Nothing here. I don't see any switches or buttons or anything we could use to open this. Maybe here. Nope. Strange. Maybe there was another way to get inside there, and then we could have opened this door from the other side. That's also possible, but I'm not gonna stay here and start to wonder it. I really want to find the damn chest. Like I said, I know where the second one is, where we couldn't open, but I don't remember where the second one was. Not here. Where the hell could the second one have been? Oh, take some booze and gold, and we have run in a circle now. All right, so I guess the chest was not here. Maybe it was upstairs. Well, all right. Let's go upstairs back to the cabin and see if it was up there. Now what's this? Skulls from Mother. Rewards 15% experience, Father's Teeth, and a little bit of copper. Expires in 21 hours. Duration 2 turns even. Somewhere deep in the ruins of Yprel's well, a pair of, I don't even bother to try to pronounce that, prey on travelers and offer up sacrifices to their mother. In the past, travelers simply knew to avoid all trails leading near the well, but in recent years the Proakra have increased the range of their hunts. Travelers have been abducted or killed on the road between Solace Vale and Midwood. Clan Fathans are reticent to enter Yprel's well due to the religious significance of the ruins there, but that hasn't stopped the residents of the affected towns from requesting help from within Deerwood. Alright, let's assign someone. Who should we assign here? If I only could see this guy's levels, that would also help. But I think Kana is our lowest level character, so I think I'm gonna send him there. Alright, Kana has been assigned. Now, let's see if the chest was upstairs. Alright, was it here? Nope. Outside? Not here either. Well, goddammit. And I assume there was nothing here either. No. Yeah, this was the place where we run into those bandits or whoever they are, and we got this one cool badass sword from their leader. This one. Saint Udwin's Redeemer. Fucking badass. So yeah, I'm quite sure that it wasn't in that cavern. Oh, these are the same cavern, by the way. Actually, before we continue to the other side here, let's have a little chat with this champ here. Need anything? Yeah, let me see what you have for sale. Well, there is this fine stiletto, but I would be more interested in it if it's if it was exceptional stiletto, because I have already have an exceptional rapier and sword. And she can't use armor. Do I have... Oh, I could buy 2 camping supplies. Thank you. I might as well buy all these lockpicks. And sell all this crap. And... I think I wanted to save this for... Kana. I think I want to save that sword. Anything here? Yeah. Quite few crap items I don't need. Although I think I wanted to save these. Just in case. Well, that's fine for now. And I'm quite sure that there wasn't any chests or anything down here. I'm not gonna explore the rest of the outside of Durgan's battery just yet, because I want to go to Stalwart first and find that soul. Oh shit. Should I just go and... Well, I don't know. I would really want to buy some better equipment for Devil of Caroc first before I go and face those things. Hate those ice blights. But I'm sure you already know that by now. Well, I guess we have to just make a detour to this cave here. And this was the place where we... that's the chasm where we saved that one poor villager. Alright, what about here? Oh, I missed that. Oh, maybe it was that. Maybe it was that one. That could be the that could have been the second chest that I couldn't open.
If you say so. Got it done.
All right. Oh. Of course you had to be trapped, but whatever. Oh, spell tongue, emerald, and some copper. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. All right, let's see what this bad boy is about. Not a huge. Not much damage, but it's fast. Plus 5 accuracy. Inflict steel, 5-second duration from each beneficial effect on the target. Steal 15% of attack speed for 10 seconds on hit. So We steal attack speed. 50% of the 50% of the target's attack speed for 10 seconds on hit. Interesting. Grants Conkelhold's corrosive siphon. Oh, Cockenhold. That's the Grand Wizard or whatever in Cockenhold's. What was the place's name again? That one place where we tried to go first before coming to White Marsh, but we got our ass kicked so badly. Well, whatever. That's the name of the Grand Wizard or whatever. So let's see. Cockenhold's corrosive siphon. Drains 43.3 corrode damage as entrance over 10 seconds. That sounds very good. And enchantment 3 out of 14. Spell Tongue was first forged in Rowatai as a dueling weapon, and it has changed hands dozens of times since then. Its forked tip, undulating blade and blue coloration made it quick favorite among novices whose confidence often outpaced their skill. It was most recently won by Matapa, a young woman from one of the wealthy Aumaya families of Tongira. With the blade in hand, she declared to her parents that she would take Spell Tongue and seek her fortune in Takowa as a duelist. Her parents attempted to dissuade her, but her resolve became clear and they eventually offered their reluctant congratulations and threw a great feast in her honor. After Matapa had drunk her fill of wine and gorged herself on buttered lobster and sea snails in cream, her mother challenged her to a duel. Matapa laughed, but her mother promised her that if she won, she would receive half of her family's fortune the next morning. If she lost, she would surrender Spell Tongue without complaint. Matapa regarded her mother a petite woman, by Aumua standards, with little combat experience. She accepted and the duel began. Matapa brandishing Spell Tongue and her mother armed with a wooden practice sword. Matapa's mother was nimble, and Matama's thrusts and ripostes were quick but sloppy. Her mother led her around around the feast table and into the darkened country yard, where Matapa tripped. Falling, Matama ran Spell Tongue through her mother's thighs, even as the older woman held her wooden sword to the younger woman's neck. The onlookers declared the duel a tie, and Matapa received her inheritance at the cost of her prized sword. Matapa's parents quietly sold the blade to a merchant bound for Deerwood, and Matapa, sobered by her loss, abandoned her ambitions as a duelist and instead became a successful playwright. Alright. Now, could we enchant this sword? 4 accuracy, 15 damage would always be nice. Oh, where is it? There. 5 accuracy. I think accuracy is a bit more important. I mean, we have to hit the target after all in order to get this benefit. So yeah, we're gonna use that, of course. I think we're just gonna. Should we just replace this sword, or let's just replace it with this rapier? It looks very cool. And what about this? Braces of deflection, 9 deflection. And this is a defense used to resist direct melee and ranged attacks against a target that are not area of effect. Yeah, let's give that to her. Not like she got anything else on her. Alright, I think that's everything, and you don't need any of this stuff. And I think we should give you some potions at the very least. What's this? 15 accuracy. Alright, that's good for you, I think. Major endurance, yeah, take that. And this gives you +3 movement speed. Yeah, you can use that to run away if nothing else. Potion of power. Yeah, you have that. We give you all the potions because you can't eat or anything. Alright, so that was one of the 2 chests.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Alright, and now... Oh, look at that. Exceptional stiletto. Well, fuck yes, we found an exceptional stiletto. How did I miss that when I was here for the first time? Well, whatever. And this is... Yeah, it's one of these rings again. Suppress affliction. Hostile effect suspended for over 5 seconds. Over 5 seconds even. But yeah, not a huge. We have. This is like what? Fourth time we find the same ring, so I'm not a huge fan of that, to be honest. But we've also found this exceptional stiletto. Plus 8 accuracy, plus 30 damage, and this plus 8 accuracy and 30 damage. Maybe I should just give her this stiletto and see how it goes. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, anything else I have missed? This crate. How did I miss all of this delicious loot here when I was here for the first time? I don't know.
Right here, if you say so.
Another locked chest.
That'll do.
Fine mace, fine medium shield, fine brigandine. Nothing too interesting, but hey,
just say the word.
We can at least sell this stuff. Alright, there were lots of loot that I missed. Don't know how that's possible, but
not
hey,
a problem.
Good thing we came back here. Alright, but now let's go back to the other chest we couldn't open. So, to Rusted Wood we go. And here we are. Back at the Ogre's Cave. And the chest should be here. There it is.
If you say so. That'll do.
There we go. Oh, I was afraid that there would have been a trap again, but apparently not. Let's see, what do we have here? Archer's gloves, plus 10 range damage. I think we all know whom I'm gonna give that to. Belt of bountiful healing, plus 25% healing received. Not bad. Scroll of missile barrage. So this is basically the same spell Aloth has. And this Scroll of Valor, plus 15 accuracy for 15 seconds. It's an AoE spell. Alright, nice. And Sapphire and Ruby. Alright, now then. Let's... did they go here? No. Oh, Devil of Caroc has them all. Alright. So this... we're gonna give this to... Zagani, of course, because it gives plus 10% more range damage. And for you, my dear, let's see, but is there anyone else who could use that? What do you have? Plus 5 damage reduction. And you... minus 27 crit damage taken. And you... 2 constitution. What do we have? A damage reduction. I don't think that damage reduction would be well. Of course it's useful, but I think I'd rather give them to my tank, so to speak, because Devil of Caroc is not supposed to be someone. It's not supposed to be the target you want your enemies to target to focus on. But I wonder, should I give this to her instead? Minus 27 crit damage taken. Now, you know what? Let's just give this to her. We can always switch later if I feel like it. But yeah, I think those were all the chests, high level chests that I couldn't open before. So yeah, now let's go to Stalwart. Oh wait. I almost forgot about something. We need to go back to that one cave with the white wolf. You know, the white wolf we helped somewhere around here. So we need to go back to that cave because there's one item I completely missed there. So I think this was the cave here. Well, only one way to find out. Yeah, this is the cave, I think. But wait, where is the wolf? Isn't this the cave where the white wolf was? Where he killed his entire pack?
Just say the word.
Maybe it's here. Oh yeah, it's here. Never mind. So we didn't need to get this from the wolf itself. All right. So Now, what is this thing? You might wonder. Well, I was actually reading a little bit of Philosopher of Eternity wiki, but then I accidentally read this little part here where I found out that we can find this Caroc's brand. So this is a wand, two-handed. Range 10, damage 10% chance to cast combusting wounds. Yeah, it's this spell. Aelot can also use. On hit or critical hit, grants fireball once per rest. Once per rest to cast a simple fireball. That's quite bad if you ask me, unless the fireball is very powerful. Anyway, Caroc was an Aeduran noble in Great Geras who owned 600 acres of rural fields. He considered himself a pious man, and his neighbors and tenant farmers knew him for his fervent devotion to Vodica. He labored alongside his tenants and kept meticulous records of production and sales. Yet he was also known for his pitiless temper and his ruthlessness with shirkers. He carried a switch with him and would savagely trash any worker he caught dawdling or lagging. Yet he was a favorite of the imperial governor, and so his excesses went overlooked. One day, Waidwen approached him while he was doling out an especially savage beating. Waidwen, fresh from his encounter with Eothas, demanded that Caroc release his victim. When the lord refused, Waidwen asked what the tenant farmer had done to deserve such treatment. He neglects his duties in the field, Caroc replied. Every day he gathers less, yet still he enjoys the protection of my state. Is it any wonder that your harsh treatment of the man would render him unable to fulfill his duties? Let him enjoy a week of rest. He will return to your service renewed, said Waidwen. Caroc sneered. You would reward his indolence? It is my right and my responsibility to disciple him for his errors. Oh wait, how did you spell that word again? Discipline. Yeah, that's how you said it. To discipline him for his errors. What authority gave you such power over this man? Waidwen asked. Vodica, the Oathbinder. It is she who set me above the farmers and his lord and employer, and her order that I serve in disciplining him. But Waidwen persisted. Does not the quiet winter beget the fruitful spring? It is by Eothas' clemency that we enjoy rebirth in each new life and restoration with each morning. And it is Eothas' season that blesses your fields. I say to you again, release this man. In his fury, Caroc turned on Waidwen, his switch raised to strike, yet the rod grew suddenly hot in his hand. He cried out, and as he held the rod, it ignited. The flame that gushed forth, blinding him instantly, scarring his face in the manner of the burnt queen. Caroc dropped the smouldering rod and fled to tell the governor of what he had witnessed. Alright, interesting. So anyway, if I'm not mistaken, I think I read on the Pillars of Eternity wiki that this is supposed to be a part of a weapon. This is supposed to be a part of a bow that we can then later pick up in Durgan's battery. But don't worry, I haven't spoiled myself that much. I just happened to run into this article in the wiki and realized that, oh yeah, I was in this cavern before, but I completely missed it. But it says that it's a wand, two-handed. So I'm a little confused here. Is this really a part of a bow after all? I'm not sure anymore, but I guess we'll find out eventually. But now the question is, should I give this to Durans? Let's see. Well, this does less damage. But we have 10% chance to cast combusting wounds on hit or critical hit. And we also have a fireball. Well, let's give this to him for now and see how it goes. Looks like a poor Harry Potter wand to me. But yeah. I think that's everything.
I'm on it.
I certainly hope that we didn't... Oh, what's here? Scroll of Maelstrom, alright. Okie dokie. And looks like a druid spell to me. But yeah, I certainly hope that big white wolf didn't have that item, and we now can't get it because, well, the wolf is gone or something. I really hope that's not the case here. But whatever the case, let's now finally go back to Stalwart.
I think I'd miss this place. Had that much right. It ever...
What? What did you...
It takes a paranoid mind to dream up a scenario where that makes any sense.
Hate to piss on your daisies, but them dukes will sell you out when it suits them.
My life is theirs. I don't question how it will end, so long as it ends in service to the Republics.
So wait, what did you say? It ever occurred to you that maybe those dukes sent you here to screw things up? Yeah, alright. Just simple banter between Palagina and Devil of Caroc. But yeah, now I guess we just need to find the villager who has the who has a descended soul of a Durgan's battery dwarf. And there was also this other side quest Galvino gave us, and it was something about that fisherman. Let's see, is it somewhere around here? The Fisherman's Penance. I think it's this. I met Grynde, the head fisherman of Stalwart. He's a gruff fellow, but he seems to take a lot of pride in his role. Oh yeah, at first I had this quest which only read this part, but not any of these, and I was wondering what the hell is this supposed to be? What am I supposed to do with this task here? But now we know. Search the fishery at night. Galvino believes that Grynde keeps a stash of ripple spawn somewhere in the fishery. He warned me to search the building at night when all the fishermen have gone home. Alright, but well, I guess it's not night right now, but more like an evening. And it looks like Devil of Caroc wants to have a chat with us, so let's hear what she has to say.
Village was a touch livelier when I saw it last. Ain't saying much, though.
Her head swivels as she now looks around. Maybe they saw you coming and went to hide. They are going through rough times. What do you remember about Stalwart?
Bitter cold and a persistent odor of fish. And that were just the people.
Why did you want to come back anyway?
Anything's better than Galvino's workshop. You ain't heard the old buzzard sing.
Yeah, I like this woman. Or thing. She turns away again.
Anyway, what about you? We seen lots coming through, trying to crack the battery, but no watchers.
She looks back at you, her black eyes glittering. Stalwart needed my help. I've got my eye on the treasures in Durgan's battery. Yeah, that's true, I'm not gonna lie. There's another group that passed through before me. I need to know what they were after. Another group? Are we referring to some Let Key people? I want to discover the White Forge. Well, yeah, I actually also want to discover that as well, because I could use them weapons. Yeah, I think I like the weapons over treasures, so yeah, let's say this. I want to discover the White Forge.
Then here's hoping you have better luck than all the poor sods that came before you.
Yeah, let's hope that.
But don't let me keep you from the sights and sounds of Stalwart. They're easy to miss.
She rests her hands on her hips and turns to look around. Well, might as well ask her something else since she started this discussion. The black marbles of her eyes scrape against her socket as she looks at you. Galvino said you murdered several people before he transferred you. You and Galvino had an unusual relationship. Yeah.
Only kind to have with someone like him. Or me.
She crosses her arms. You resent him.
No other way to feel about the man who flayed my living soul.
Metal squeals as she swifts her folded arms. He claimed he made you.
He'd spread butter on bread and claim he made something. Never been accused of modesty, that man.
Her eyes roll widely.
He managed to stuff my soul into this heap of bronze, true enough. Maybe that makes him a genius. Also makes him a son of a bitch.
She drums her fingers along one scratched bicep. Did you ever consider murdering him?
Every day. Just kept putting it off. It's not like either of us was going anywhere.
And what exactly did you do for him? She regards you for several seconds. She shrugs.
Looked after his tools, cleaned the workshop, swung the sledgehammer. Oh, and snatched up travelers for his soul tinkering.
What are you talking about?
All those other golems? Where did you think they came from?
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that.
But don't you worry. They were all bad folk.
I think I remember now. We picked this one list of names, and they were all criminals, thieves, bandits, and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't really care about them. They were sons of bitches anyway. That's terrible. I don't care. Fine by me.
Just so you know, you got a real professional working for you.
Yeah, that's the impression I got. At least it sounded like you were a big fan of arson. And how long you two have known each other?
Around about 13 years. Too long, you ask me.
Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, I've had enough of them too.
What did you want? Why did you want to come with me? Yeah, I would like to know that too.
Stalwart's great this time of year. Beareth spells in bloom for a good 5 days, and the mountain squall actually blows the fish stench away from town.
She turns away, clacking the fingers of one hand against her palm.
Better than staying at Galvino's, anyway.
I get the feeling you're not welcome in Stalwart.
I got a reputation. People in these little villages ain't the most open-minded.
Did you murder someone here? It would be good to know if you did.
Not yet.
Alright, good to know. Let's see. What was your life like before the Saints' War? I think I'm gonna actually save this part for later. About Durgan's battery.
Just 'cause I made of metal don't mean I got any special fondness for smiths and forges.
She flicks the bronze of her forearm, producing a dissonant ring. Do you know anything about it? Any thoughts of which villagers I should check? Do you remember any of the other expeditions that came to Galvino? Do you know anything about it?
No more than what Galvino already told you.
Alright. Any thoughts on which villagers I should check?
For fancy dwarven poetry? None of them ever struck me as especially literate. So whichever you can stand to get close to.
She shrugs with a rattling of metal.
And that's on you. I lost my sense of smell 13 years ago.
Alright, good for you, I guess. Never mind.
Murder, tracking, and the best materials for kindling. Those are more my area of expertise.
Alright. Galvino said you murdered several people before he transferred you.
Effigy's eyes, that man loved to talk.
Her eyes roll in their sockets. Tell me, why you killed those people? Or did you really do it? I guess we should kinda ask her first, if she really did it. Yeah, so did you do it?
Yeah.
She continues to watch you waiting. Why?
If it's sane and logical reasoning you're wanting, you're gonna be disappointed. Ain't no sense in any of it.
Yeah, I guess so. I have heard parts of your story from others. I would rather hear the rest from you. Something drove you to kill those people. It obviously matters. I just want to know. If you're going to travel with me, I need to understand this. I want to know whether I should be worried. Maybe I believe there's something good in you. Nah. I want to know whether I should be worried.
I got no gripe with you. I make no promises about old bluster breeches, though.
I guess she doesn't like Durans that much. It's you should fear me, if anything, Construct. Many are the abominations of animancy whom I spared from their miserable existence.
Mayhap you've heard of Coldmore. Was a quiet, forgettable patch of the woods. Till a pack of rabid clodhoppers set it afire.
The fingers of one hand twitch and click against one another in a pair of sudden spastic motions. What exactly happened to Coldmore? A sudden burst of heat flares from her seams as her essence surges and boils.
A farmer on the other side of the mountains woke up one day with his head all aflame and took it for the gibbering speech of his god. And so did a few thousand of his countrymen. So when he tired of Vorlus fields and marched west, a horde of armed hicks followed.
You're talking about Waitwin and the Saints' War.
Bunch of fool nonsense is what I'm talking about. But others have called it the same. If you know that much, then you've heard of Cold Morn. Ours was the village that let a few thousand of Widewind's troops pass through.
I don't think I have heard of Cold Morn before. At least the name doesn't ring any bells, unless I have forgotten about it. Why didn't you try to stop the Red Serents? You betrayed your countrymen! I don't really care. Direwoodens are the forgetful sort. You must have known you must have known that wouldn't end well. I guess you didn't have much choice. Why didn't you try to stop the Red Serents? The Red Serents.
They had us clean beaten numbers. Even bumpkins like us figured that. Just look at Mercy Vale. They fought back, and now there ain't one stone standing atop another in the whole village.
She sweeps on bronze palm across another, metal screeching.
Besides, we asked the Duke for help. Told him Widewind's troops was coming through the mountains. Seems he had better uses for his soldiers.
She crosses her arms over her plated chest.
So we let Widewind's soldiers pass. Left him for the Duke to wrangle on his own terms.
You hear a soft clank as she flicks her wrist. What happened then? So, Cold Morn was purged in retaliation.
Was after the Godhammer made a fine grit out of Widewind, when Deerwoodens were running on rage and looking for something to burn.
You catch glimmers and glints at her seems as razor-thin wires pulled tight within her body.
They came at dark. Hundreds of folk. Every one of them mourning someone lost in the war.
A dry chuckle ticks in her throat.
Must have decided it was our duty to escort their dead back to the wheel.
I keep hearing the wheel term quite a while. Is that supposed to be the name of the place where people go after they die, an afterlife or heaven, or I don't know, something along those lines?
They didn't light their torches till they had us surrounded. Time we saw them, there was a ring of fire closing around us.
She pauses and the mechanism in the back of her skull clicks dully.
I woke. Ran to the window. Whole village were a maze of flames. Couldn't see nothing but the smoke. And the screams.
Her thumb spasms to a strange, rhythmic beat.
Most ran for the streets. Got caught by the mob. Others hid, let their houses burn down around them.
Sons of bitches. What does that have to do with your crimes? Well, my wild guess is that she went to get her revenge and burned their houses in turn. That's my wild guess. That's terrible. Benevolent, not gonna pick that. Not this one either. You cowards deserve no better. This is quite cruel, actually, indeed. You cowards deserved no better.
Same goes for the cowards who burned a sleeping village, and the thanes who did nothing.
Another rush of heat fogs her chest plate. And what does that have to do with your crimes?
Hunting down the men and women what took part. Thought that much was clear.
Yeah, it was actually clear, all right, but just wanted to make sure. You couldn't have hoped to get them all. But you only killed people who attacked Cold Morn. I don't really care. You couldn't have hoped to get them all.
Well, we just gotta do our best with what time the gods give us, don't we?
She barks with jangling laughter. I'm impressed. What exactly did you hope to accomplish? Revenge? You're a monster! But you only killed people who attacked Cold Morn, right? Again, I don't care. I'm impressed.
I'd have been more pleased myself if I hadn't gotten caught like this. And if I'd gotten through a few more first. It were a mob that destroyed our village, but it was just one man that burned my family's house. Kept hoping I'd get to him as I was working my way through the rest of those maggots. No matter now, I suppose.
Maybe we can find him and murder him. Maybe that's part of Devil's personal quest or something. A sign rattles out of her bronze skull, but her essence whips and twitches as restless as a cat's tail. Alright, I think that's all for now. So yeah, maybe we can find that guy who burned her family's home, and then we can, well, kill him.
I'm ready.
Everyone.
Just say the word.
But I wonder, is it now late enough for us to go to this fishery here? Is there any other way we can get inside there? Let's check the inside real fast. Ah, no one is in here. All right, so it is late. That late that everyone has gone home. Let's see.
I'm flattered, but where would I put that?
Let's steal all their stuff. And then try to find that fisherman's stash. The dead eyes of Speckleback, Iron-toothed pike and frost-diver fish gaze up at you. Maybe it's here. Atra's bracelet. This bracelet is comprised of many small interwoven beads and is held together by a fine silver clasp. Together the beads form a stylized image of mountain peaks. You reach into the barrel and find a bracelet. A thick aura of essence clings to it, fresh with memory. You feel yourself drawn into it. Oh! In the memory you stride into the fishery. The floors are swept clean, but the wood is still splotched with snow melt and fish guts. A man hunkered in the corner, his head nodding toward as if in sleep. He looks up drowsily as you approach. It's Grynde. His face is youthful but sallow, and his hair hangs in stringy locks. You feel a pang of anger and pity at your brother's debauchery.
Arda.
His voice is little more than a croak.
It's past midnight.
Your throat feels tight. Grynde wipes at his nose, then examines the mingled blood and powder on the back of his hand. He shrugs. Your fingers clench around coarse, thick fabric, your father's best wool cloak, tucked under your arm.
Go! To raid Ceres, or Defiance Bay, or fucking Air Glonfath, I don't care!
You hurl it at the ingrate huddled on the door. He picks up the cloak and looks at it with the same sort of dull wonder. He wipes his nose on the lining. A sudden rush of fury leaves your limbs weak and raw.
I'll tell them. Mayor Sina healed. The neighbors. Everyone.
You force the words through your teeth.
About what?
He mumbles, churning his words from a morass of snot and saliva.
The stealing. You think I haven't noticed the money missing from the fishery coffers? Or heard Tana talk about losing a golden duke?
You whisper, afraid even now that someone will overhear you, and the words scorch your throat.
You can't be found when there's work to do, but every time those merchant wagons roll into town, you've got coin enough for a few bags of ripple sponge.
No, it's not.
Grynde blinks back at you. He rubs his red-rimmed eyes. Your own grow warm and blurry.
Stalwart tolerates your sponge habit, but they won't abide your thieving.
You touch your bracelet, a gift from Mother, plucking at the beads.
You won't.
He rises, steadier on his feet than you would have thought.
I will.
You stride toward him. I wouldn't have shamed Mother and Father while they was living, but I won't let this give up. Your anger swallows the last of your pity, anger at him for putting you in this position, for doubting your resolve, for failing to see. You are close enough to smell his stale, sour breath when he pushes you. You fall, watching his widening eyes and the ceiling spinning into your vision. Isn't this just like him? Grynde with his full tantrums, never thinking of anybody but himself, and now you are going to be nursing a headache for a week. Just goes to show you can't help some people, but to remember him too. But to remember him too, your baby brother running through the snow, splitting, falling on ice, and you are slipping, falling, and there is a table behind you, but it shouldn't. The memory ends abruptly, jolting you back into the present with your heart hammering and your palms sweating. So did Grynde kill his wife or whoever that woman was? The fishery door creaks open and in walks Grynde, staring at you, and the bracelet in surprise and outrage. His face drains of color.
You take shelter in our village and then ransack it like a common thief? You'd better explain yourself!
His voice shakes as to his wide, squared shoulders. I think someone else has to explain himself here. By the way, is there a secret room behind this wall? I was just looking around. Galvino told me you were a Ripple sponge addict. Seems you are much more than that. You're the one with explaining to do. Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, it was his sister, all right. You killed your sister, Arda, right here in this room. He opened his mouth to reply, but the words catch in his throat. The guard next to him stares at the bracelet. Recognition turned into horror.
Worth coming back for this alone.
It was an accident. I was a failure and a wretch then. But I never would have killed anyone. Least of all my own kin.
He turns his gaze down, offering his apology to his own clenched fists. Say nothing to listen. How can you expect me to believe something like that? Of course he would say that. Anyone in your position would. Of course he would say that. Anyone in your position would.
I gave her body to the lake. But I kept her bracelet. To remember the cost of my own weakness.
He loosens his hands and stares at the emptiness in his leathery palms.
I ain't asking for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve any. My penance is my work on behalf of the village. And they need it truly.
Yep, heard that one before.
You ain't exactly one to get invested in other people's problems. Turn me in. Let me go. What's it matter to you? Let me do the work Arda would have done. That's my debt to Stalwart. And the only fitting way to honor my sister.
He looks up at you, his eyes bright and clear. Toss him the bracelet. Very well, here, take the bracelet. That's not for you to decide. You owed it to Arda and the Stalwart to tell the truth about her death. Pay me and the bracelet is all yours. No, you can't get away with this. Or should we just go in and kill him? I would rather end you now. Either the second or the last option. That's not for you to decide. You owe it to Arda and to Stalwart to tell the truth about her death. But then again, we could just kill him and I can tell the truth. But would they believe me? Most likely not. You know what? Let's just kill him. He's an a-hole. I would rather end you now. And they just disappear to the fog of war. Alright, let's buff everyone. And let's move our tanks to the front here.
What?
There we go, and let's see what she can do. Oh, this is a new one for me as well. Coordinated positioning. In one quick move, the rogue instantly switches positions with one nearby target, cancelling engagement if in effect. Automatic when targeting an ally. Otherwise must hit versus an enemy to enemy's reflect. And this is twice per encounter. Well, let's give this one a try and see how this works. Let's try it for that guy there. And you focus on this fishery guard and send Itumak there. And use your yell. And Palagina is there, I think. Just focus on this guy here, and then we go and attack. Well, maybe actually, I don't think we can attack Grynde. We just have to attack this one. Use this. Did you use? I guess it didn't work. There we go. Now it worked. Now this is once per encounter as well. Withering Strike. Try it on this guy here. I think we might rest at the inn anyway, so might as well just use some of our spells. Only thing that makes that better is knowing Galvino weren't here to enjoy it. Alright, and Sagani got a level.
Just
Nice.
say the word.
You got anything? No, of course you don't. Just money, and, well, I guess that's good enough. Anything else I want to pick up before we go? No.
Not a problem.
I guess not. Oh, wait, no. Ah, yeah, there isn't a room behind that. It's just this smoke. Yeah, alright. And here I was hoping that there's another secret room, though, with lots of fat loot, but apparently not. Apparently not. These roasting fish provide much of the pungent odor per meat in the fishery. Alright, so he's now dead. But now the question is, should we go and tell someone about this? At least it's not done yet. I have dealt with Grynde. Galvino will want to know how things turned out. Alright, so I have to go all the way back to Galvino and tell him about this. Well, alright, but maybe in the next episode. But now, let's get out of here. Alright, now, I think I should try to find that Durgan's battery dwarf and soul somewhere in here. And before that, let's actually give her the points and stats and stuff. I think, well, stealth wouldn't be a terrible idea. But then again, we have Devil of Caroc in our party now. More entrance is always good, but again, I don't see it that useful for her because, well, she's not in the front lines that often, and she very rarely gets attacked by enemies, so I don't think that's necessary. Mechanics. Not bad either. Well, let's just give 1 point to mechanics and save the rest. Okay, what do we have here? Maybe we should look for something from offense. Vulnerable attack. Characters slow down their melee attacks. Oh yeah, this is melee attack thingy, never mind. Penetrating shot. Sacrifice range attack speed for increased damage reduction. Bloody slaughter. All attacks at enemies with low endurance covered some hits to crits and those crits to additional damage. Self plus 20% of hits converted to crits against targets with low endurance and plus 0.5 to crit damage multiplier against targets with low endurance. So this is quite a finisher. But let's see. Or maybe we should make our pet more tankier. The Ranger's Animal Companion gains improved damage reductions against all damage types. Yeah, this sounds very good. Brutal Takedown. The Ranger trains his or her Animal Companion to inflict crush damage on opponents when using Takedown. When using Takedown, do I have Takedown? I'm not sure. I do have one ability. Maybe it's in this one. Twice per... Oh wait, we get it here, I guess. Twice per encounter. And affects foe target if successful prone. Oh yeah, I think I have this after all, because I remember that Itumak has this ability that prones the target. So this inflicts crush damage as well. Accurate wounding shot. The ranger's aim becomes deadlier, making his or her wounding shots more accurate. So this makes our wounding shot ability we already have more deadly. Plus 10 accuracy, twice per encounter. Yeah. Merciless Companion. Animal companions do small amounts of sneak attack damage against targets that qualify. But I think it's for the best if I just make our pet a bit tankier by giving him damage reduction to all sorts of damage. So let's do that. Let's pick this. So he won't die that easily from now on. Alright, now I guess we just have to go and look around the village and look for villagers who has special souls in them. Actually, do you have anything for sale? For Devil of Caroc. Oh, what's this? Raiments of Whale's Eyes. Grants mirrored image when hit by critical hit. Second level wizard spell. And plus 25 deflection until hit or critical hit for 60 seconds. Plus 25 defense against charmed, confused attacks. Plus 10 defense against dominated attacks. This would be very nice. What do you have on you? Oh wait, I can't check your... Oh wait, Oh yes, I can. Duran's robe. Burn-proofed. Monk's outfit. Rupherk's Watchful Cloak, MK second. Plus 2 enemies needed to flank. Plus 2 perception. Wait, what? 2 enemies needed to flank. What does this mean? Rupherk was a bruiser and follower of Whale. He was often hired as a courier or bodyguard because of his size and strength. Yet he was a quiet man, and he developed the habit of walking with his head bowed in prayer. Because of this, would-be thieves frequently attempted to waylay him. But Rupherk was blessed by the God of Secrets. With uncanny foresight, he dodged and parried these sudden attacks and slew his assailants, sewing their eyes into his cloak. Ugh. He intended it as a warning, but others saw it as a challenge. Eventually, he discarded his cloak and wore a simpler and subtler garment in its place. The sight of dark cloak with shimmering, shifting eyes became infamous among highwaymen and bandits. But what did this mean? 2 enemies needed to flank. Oh wait, now I get it. So in order for us to be flanked by enemies, I need to be flanked by 2 enemies and not just one. If one tries to flank me, well, he can't flank. So that's what it means. That sounds rather good. Countess of accuracy, plus 5 accuracy. I guess this would actually be very good for... You don't have anything on you, do you? Wait. Did you have something? Oh yes, you had this. Yeah, alright. Plus 9 deflection. Does everyone else have? Maybe it's better if we give this to her. And then we buy that. And then we buy this for Devil of Caroc. Because she can get more accuracy and does hits more and deals more damage. That's my thought process here. I also think maybe I should give this to Durans. This grey cloak is covered in a multitude of stylized eyes, symbols of the god Whale. It is said to have been created by the wizard Godun, who hoped that the pious endeavor might invoke Whale's protection. Set against the many eyes of the 100 mysteries, Godun hoped his enemies would stumble after falsehoods, while he would remain resistant to the bewildering effects of the world's mysteries. Those who have come across the cloak since have found much use in its enchantments. What became of Godun himself is unknown. However, for nothing else remains of the man or his works. So I'm just wondering whether I should buy this for Durans. Fine, exceptional hunting bow. But I think Sagani has a good bow already. Ultimate hat of alluring deflection. What does this do? Plus 2 might, plus 2 constitution, minus 2 intellect, minus 2 resolve. Alright. Ring of deflection. Plus 9 deflection. Holy crap, that's expensive. Do I have anything else that I can sell away? Not really, no. Oh, well, we have these. I can sell this. I think I'm gonna keep that sword still. Then these, this. Oh yeah, we also need to deliver these Atra gems to Ista. That one at dwarf. I think that's pretty much it. there's not too much that I can give to Devil of Caroc here. Well, this would I guess that she doesn't need that much of intellect or resolve. But it's fucking expensive though. Well, let's not get too crazy here. We're gonna find some more fat loot eventually, I'm sure. So yeah, let's just buy these. No. Where are they? Oh, there. Alright, let's see what you look like with this on. Well, don't you look fancy there, Durans? So, this basically gives damage reduction to... Oh wait, damage reduction 3 and burn... It gives to burn 12. Alright. Alright, but I think I'm gonna save these on Durans just in case. Maybe we need that extra burn damage reduction in the future. But yeah, for now you can keep that on. And then these gauntlets for you. And you can wear a helmet. Yes, of course. I wasn't actually sure if she could. I knew that she can't wear any actual armor on her, but still. But yeah. Anyway, let's find that dwarf. I think she was either here or here. Oh, she was here.
I hope you've had some luck, and do take care with that device. It has a few rather delicate components.
I didn't find any ore deposits, but I did find this. Or lie? I'm afraid I didn't find anything. I walked all over the mountain. Again, I don't see any reason to lie. I didn't find any ore deposits, but I did find this.
What? So it works? What a day! But why these gems? I didn't think the device would be able to pick up inert Audra. Fascinating. I have to study this further, but all the same, it worked! At last! A breakthrough! With that Audra to work from, I can refine the enchantments. We'll be digging up iron, gold, Audra, all of it!
Well, you sound very excited. Alright. Those gems look very valuable. Well, I don't know. Well, here you are. I really care about those gems.
This is going to change everything. Oh, and I won't leave you empty-handed, of course. Here! I had this set aside for supplies, but I don't think I'll be staying in Stalwart much longer.
Alright, we got only 800 copper.
I won't forget all you've done for me. They'll hear about this back home, I promise you. Who knows? Perhaps they'll name the next battery after you.
Yeah, alright. That's cool, I guess. So that's now done. I've been playing for quite a while now, so I guess I could and should end the episode soon, but I want to find that damn soul first. Maybe Renegilde would know more. So let's go to her. Yeah, it's this one. Alright. Alright, Renegilde.
I take it you've met Galvino.
Renegilde glances at the Devil of Caroc, her eyes narrowing. Yeah, she doesn't seem to like her that much. Our devil, that is. Golem. Examine Renegilde's soul. Your awareness settles beneath Renegilde's skin. You feel yourself looking through her eyes upon a time-faded memory. You're standing in the inn. The room is shifting, but it's the body heat of so many furious villagers, not the neglected fire pit. That's drawn sweat from your pores. Your husband waits by the door, about as far as he can get from the assembly. He holds Ultrek, whose cheeks are bright as he watches the adult speaker with wide, fearful eyes. You would have never realized how badly your neighbors stank, but something rank and repulsive rises from them as they pack together in this room.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sina Hiod?
It's Grynde. Oh, it's that fisherman we just killed. The head fisherman, jabbing a furious finger toward the back of the room. Siunhood, your erstwhile major, squirms in a corner, pinned by the accusing stares of the entire village. Oh, those eyes, they are cruel. Porcine eyes, and they are watching Siunhood with a dumb gluttony of hawks staring at fodder. The only sight that turns your stomach more is Sienhood himself, trying to wriggle free of his own lies.
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
Cries of fierce agreement rise from the others. What began as a collective grumbling is swelling and congealing like storm clouds. You look back at your husband. He is whispering to Aldrich, but when you catch his eye, he directs a silent supplication to you.
Let's go.
A wet smack draws your attention back to the other end of the room. Someone's thrown a potato, and Sienhood cringes and rubs his jaw. You want to shout at them all for this. You want to shout at them all for this nonsense and waste, but you know this is about to get worse. Stalwart will have blood, and Galvino and his horror had the sense to flee already. You turn again, and your husband is beckoning you with swift, chopping motions. But what stops your breath is Aldrich. His little eyes are fixed on the churning mob, and you knew ever since you started hearing about those hideous purges that he would see something like this one day. But did it have to be so soon? It's what drove that devil woman to madness, and now his little eyes have gotten big enough to swallow the whole scene, and now he's seeing you as part of it. You want to leave now, but if you do, this is what your boy will remember: cowardness and madness. About people, about Stalwart, about you. The people around you jostle and bark in their rage. They are dangerous animals, but animals nonetheless. They just need to be led. So you push your way to the end of the room, where Sienhood trembles in a puddle of his own piss. Oh my Jesus Christ.
Enough.
Your voice boils up from your throat. The others fall silent, watching you. They listen, dumbly trusting, as you turn Sienhood's death sentence into an exile. No one contradicts you when you explain that he's going to march out of this village alone and into whatever miserable hamlet will have him. They silently agree when you explain that their hands are too clean for the likes of him. But there's something else forming behind their eyes, a kernel of trust and dependence. You feel it curdling around you, encasing you like a pearl does sand. You only wanted to spare Sienhood's life, not volunteer for his job, but you see so much fear simmering just beneath their expressions. Fear at godmen marching through the mountains, and dear woodens and their purges, and at dying the slow and lonely death of a ghost town. And you see their grateful reassurance mirrored in Aldrich's expression. Perhaps this place is hopeless, but you realize that you can't leave it any more than you could leave your boy. The only person who isn't looking at you is your husband. He's shaking his head, his eyes on the door. You retreat from Renegil's memory. Vivid though it is, it has nothing to do with Durgan's battery. Well, damn. You got the look of someone with her teeth around a secret. Her cold fingers are locked around your arm. Her black eyes search you.
That's enough.
Palatina places a feathered hand on the devil's shoulder, like a mother attempting to pull away an overly intrusive child.
What's on your mind?
I guess there's not... Well... Can we ask anything else about Stalwart?
Adir founded us back in their colonial days to supply ore to the Empire. Saw a fair bit of traffic from both sides of the White March then.
She rubs her knob of her shoulder ring finger.
But after the Deerwood claimed independence, Defiance Bay found cheaper places to get ore. Didn't have much reason to maintain our supply routes.
Isn't Stalwart part of the Deerwood?
Officially. Though with the state the roads are in, you wouldn't guess it.
Tell me some of the more important places around town. Yeah, not really interested in the last two options here.
What's on your mind?
I guess nothing. What about your son, though?
Something else you need?
Read his soul. Don't mind me, I'm just reading your soul here. You reach for Aldrich's essence and find yourself staring at a fence post lying in a filthy slush of frozen mud. Snow gathers around your legs and trickles into your boots, and wind nips at you even through layers of fur. You hold a wood chisel in one numb hand and a mallet in the other. Kneeling over the fence post, you get to work. Hour after hour you hammer away, feeling the tools grow heavy in your grip as your breath fogs your vision. You want to do better work than this. You can do better work than this. But no one's building new houses in Stalwart. The last table you crafted was put into the fishery, and pike entrails now trace the fine dovetail joints you so lovingly carved. Now you meant to stock it, because that's what's needed. The chisel slips skidding alongside your hand. You gasp, but you hold your hand and see, much to your relief, all 5 fingers wiggling back at you. You need to get out of this town. You pull back from Ulrich's soul. He's still staring into the fire, seemingly lost in his own memories too. Alright, so none of you have any soul descendant of the Durgan's battery dwarves. Alright, let's get out then. Alright, I have been playing for quite some time now, and I haven't found the soul just yet. Maybe it's just better if I just end this episode here, and we finish the search in the next episode. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But before that, I'm gonna have a quick rest at the inn.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Might as well read his soul, since it's an option here. You see a room, dark and damp. A cellar. It looks like a part of the inn rather than an old fortress. Through Herferic's eyes, you admire rows of gleaming bottles, recently dusted and polished. As you step back from the shelves, you look on with satisfaction at a pressure plate concealed in the stone floor.
You all right? I won't serve you if you're already drunk, you know.
He squints at you, but yeah, he doesn't seem to have any the soul we're looking for either. Well, let's buy what we have here. I see a spot by the fire where we can put our feet up.
Nothing like a pint to take the chill off.
Alright. You don't sell any gear. All this gear stuff that you have here is the crap we have sold you so far. Yep. Yeah, another one of these rings. But yeah, let's buy all the food and shit. We got enough camping supplies. Potion of Flame Shield. I think we have... Yeah, we have at least... We seem to have 6 of them at least, by the looks of it. And I think we can make more by ourselves if we really need more. Against those ice blights and whatever... and whatever monsters we are gonna face who use lots of frost damage. But yeah, I'm gonna buy all of that.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
And then let's have a rest here.
Top quality bear pelts on every bed. You won't be disappointed.
And we're gonna take the best room possible, of course. Alright, there we go. We're all rested up. Our endurance and health are at maximum again. We have got resupplies and stuff. Oh, what do we have here? Okay. But I did assign Kana for this already. Okay, I don't know what that was about. I don't know why there was a green mark here. But whatever the case, I'm gonna end this episode here. And in the next episode, we're gonna explore this village some more and try to hunt down that Durgan battery dwarf soul descendant from one of these villagers and trying to learn the cantec we need to open the Durgan's battery. And after that, I guess we can go. I guess we can go to Durgan's battery straight away after that. Don't know. Can't come up with anything else that what we have to do here. Yeah, I can't come up with anything else, at least not right now. But yeah, that's my plan for the next episode. But now, until then, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Pillars of Eternity: The White March.